you please don't think Dravidian thoughts is predominant there, but it doesn't mean that there is a popular support for that. For that, I can show you the proof of the crowds that throng the temples. After this Dravidian movement, which is anti-Hindu gods, has there been any decline in the numerical strength of the temple goers? No. The temple believers are only on the rise. For every at the drop of the hat for a religious function or for a very significant day, you Pradosh, you have the Ekadashi. Every time you have the devotees thronging the entire temples. The Shakti worship is very predominant there. The month of August, RD we call. The month of Thai, both very, very significant for Shakti worship. And you find ladies thronging these temples there. So it is not just because the Dravidian, this thing is a failure in Tamil Nadu.
Namaste, I am Vikram Dongre from Sanatan Prabhat, reporting you from Sanatan Rashtra Shankhanad Mahotsav here from the Infinity Ground, Ponda, Goa. I have a very special guest today with me, Mrs. Uma Anandan. She is from Chennai, and the speciality of her is she is the lone and the very first BJP corporator from presently an anti-Hindu hub, Chennai, from Tamil Nadu. Namaste, Umaji.
Namaste.
So, Umaji, as you are from, you can say one of the kind of anti-Hindu forts in India, that is Tamil Nadu, and the rule there presently is of DMK, which is also everyone, the world knows that it is blatantly anti-Hindu, right? So, is there any ray of hope for Hindus in the coming years? As we can see, the BJP, Annamalai, and he had spearheaded in taking the Hindu word forward. So, is there any ray of hope for Hindus?
Definitely there is. I'm an optimist, and I see the rise of BJP, the growth of BJP is definitely a very, very positive signal that the hostile ground in Tamil Nadu of the Dravidian movement, the birthplace and the fertile area for anti-nationals and the anti-Hindu movement, is definitely on the dwindling phase.
And how would you, you can say, help Hindus come out of that Dravidian thought, which is presently, you can say, predominant? Is it really predominant on the ground?
All of you please don't think Dravidian thoughts is predominant there, but it doesn't mean that there is a popular support for that. For that, I can show you the proof of the crowds that throng the temples. After this Dravidian movement, which is anti-Hindu gods, has there been any decline in the numerical strength of the temple goers? No. The temple believers are only on the rise. For every at the drop of the hat for a religious function or for a very significant day, you Pradosh, you have the Ekadashi. Every time you have the devotees thronging the entire temples. The Shakti worship is very predominant there. The month of August, RD we call. The month of Thai, both very, very significant for Shakti worship. And you find ladies thronging these temples there. So it is not just because the Dravidian, this thing is a failure in Tamil Nadu. I will say this because they have not been able to eradicate caste. Have they eradicated one caste? No. Have they been able to close the temples? They have been able to destroy temples. They have not been able to totally do away with the beliefs of the people. The Hindu belief is very, very strong. The temple culture is very, very strong. So if you look at this from that viewpoint, nobody seems to discuss that there. Definitely the Dravidian movement is a big zero in Tamil Nadu. Just because they are in power, it doesn't mean they are a success among the public.
So, can you say it is just a fake narrative that has been built, and people outside Tamil Nadu feel that there are many people in Tamil Nadu who are atheists as such, but that is not the case?
Definitely yes. To tell you frankly, so many of the co-corporators, one of them sings that Rajaji's song, very famous song sung by MS there, Kurayundrumillai on Lord Krishna. It's a very, very iconic rendering of MS Subbulakshmi Amma. And I can tell you how many DMK corporate councillors are singing that song with so much of fervor and devotion there. And they asked me, "You think we don't believe in God?" So that's a fake narrative which has been very, very successful. And that has been because the absence of social media. In those days, we did not have the social media. But in these days, when the world is at your palm, the fake narratives are slowly crumbling down into pieces.
So you can say Dravidian thought is just a political movement just to gain votes
Yes.
and to show something against Hinduism.
See, you tell me, what is Dravidian? What is being a Dravidian? Is it an ideology? Is it a sect? No, it is only a geographical place which renders to the entire South India. The entire South India is called Dravidam. That's what we sing in our national anthem also. So they took it to the another level of a fake narrative to say it is like a sect. It is like a group of a sect of people. Why is Andhra then not talking about Dravidianism? Why is Kerala not talking about Dravidianism? Why is Karnataka not talking about Dravidianism? Why is it unique only in Tamil Nadu? Dravidian means a geographical area comprising of entire South India. Why? That this itself shows that it's a fake narrative of Tamil Nadu.
And it's also part of the Aryan invasion theory, the fake narrative.
Another fake narrative, thanks to Romila Thaparan clan. So that has also gone deep into this thing. So it is not, as I told you, the edifice is slowly crumbling down there. And Annamalai has played a very, very significant role in this. And the very fact that they're all screaming from rooftops shows how, I would say, how frightened they are about this growing Hindutva vote bank.
And now this Sanatan Rashtra, conch has been blown and the flag has been hoisted of Sanatan Rashtra. Your views on establishing the Sanatan Rashtra?
Definitely. That is what we are expecting. That is our hope. That is our wish. That is our prayers. And I only hope again the conch blown by Lord Krishna will establish the Hindu Rashtra here. It is here to stay. And this organization, entering the Silver Jubilee year, I wish them all the best. And so, even though, we are all different groups in the Hindu clan, our aim is the same. We are all walking towards the same, the aim that we all want, the Hindu Rashtra. That is very much nearer. We can see the proximity of that.
Thanks so much. So here we were with Uma Anandanji, and we hope that Tamilian Hindus will also play a pivotal role in establishing the Sanatan Rashtra in the coming future. Thanks. I am Vikram Dongre from Sanatan Prabhat, Sanatan Rashtra Shankhanath Mahotsav, Infinity Ground, Ponda, Goa.